Hi, this is Lindsay with RCR Wireless News. I'm here with Abe Levine from Vistracks. Thanks for joining me. Pleasure to visit with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Great. So tell me what you're showcasing today at CCA.
Well, I think we have something rather unique for the show. As everybody pretty much knows in the carrier industry and in the wireless industry, machine-to-machine applications are probably the fastest growth area in the wireless industry today. Because let's face it, everybody's got a phone, everybody's got a rate plan, there's significant competition, everybody's driving the cost down to zero. So where's the money to be made? It's in services. And there are definitely more machines than there are people in the world. And so how can a carrier make money off M2M services? And typically to date, most of the software that's been developed can do so many things. But that's difficult for a carrier because they want to sell something that is repeatedly sold. They don't have to go do big, long projects. And they want something they can make money on and that customers can buy very quickly and understand it and not need a lot of support. So we took our very powerful software in the M2M area, which, by the way, was used in the Iraq War to track down terrorists. So to say it was battle tested is actually true. And we said, okay, why don't we make the software very easy to use, define discrete services that carriers could sell, could develop data sheets, there are salespeople that understand how to sell it, but more importantly, the customers would know how to use it. And third, the kinds of carriers we have at the Competitive Carriers Association typically deal in small to medium business. And at least before now, they were unable to buy these kinds of services. Conway Trucking, big fleet company, they could spend a lot of money per truck and get all kinds of exotic services and A, understand it and B, pay for it. But Joe's plumber, who would like to track where his people are, they'd like to know where they've been, how long they've been there, how fast are they driving, can't afford to pay the kind of money that Conway Trucking is paying for their services. So what we did is we brought the service down to the masses where the carriers could sell it to them, they could learn it in 20 minutes, and the price is typically half to a third of what other large carriers or other software providers are selling to the larger companies. So we now give the benefits of all the M2M services to the small and medium business community, which before today were not able to avail themselves of it. So now they can be competitive, and they get an ROI on their investment.
Great. So what makes Vistracks unique? What makes you stand apart from your competition?
Okay, a couple of things. One is, it is exceedingly easy to use. In 15 to 20 minutes, anybody could learn how to use the software and be 95% proficient. So companies that don't have technical staff, the owner's not technical, or the people in the office are doing admin work, but yet they want to know what's going on in the business, can get proficient in this very quickly. B, all the services that we have, the more advanced services, are all layered on top of the basic service. So the user interface is consistent. It's very easy to learn the new services. So you as a business can, as you get better at what you're doing and understand your needs, can get more and more benefit from new services. But as a carrier, you can sell them these services without having to retrain them in something entirely different. And in general, the hardware stays the same that goes along with this so that people don't have to buy new hardware to benefit from new services.
Great. And so, trends on the horizon, what are you seeing and how are you kind of keeping in step?
Okay, there's a number of things. One is, in the beginning it was tracking vehicles and people. And everybody needs to do that. That's sort of a basic. Having said that, of course, there's a lot of businesses that aren't doing that, and that's why we're here. Then all of a sudden you get into, well, gee whiz, I have a refrigerated truck. I'd like to make sure that the temperatures are what they're supposed to be so I don't spoil my food. Okay, so that would be another one. The third one might be, and this is very important, and I have it here on the screen, is that you have mobile workers. It could be your plumbers, it could be anybody doing projects. And instead of having them stop into the office and pick up paperwork, do the job, have customers sign paperwork, why not have the ability to develop job sites, work orders, and have that transmitted automatically to a phone app, to a smartphone or a tablet, where the worker out in the field doesn't have to stop at the office, can do all the work, can take pictures of the job site where they just did the work, figure out how much time they spent at it, have the customer sign it, and email it all back in one click of a button back to the home office. And for example here, very quickly the owner of the business could see what just happened. So it just multiplied the effectiveness of their workers, cut costs, increased profits, and made life very simple for everybody, all based upon the tracking software. It's just another tab in the in what was generally used for tracking. We just added another one for work orders. The other thing was that DOT, the Department of Transportation, has new rules out about keeping track electronically of driving time, sleeping time, vehicle inspections, where they need the driver to be able to report on this. And we connect to various hardware devices that will do that. But we also have a 7-inch Android tablet app that you just hook up in the truck. Everybody's got one. And you can do all of this DOT reporting literally at your fingertips. Take pictures of the vehicle and write reports on the vehicle inspections, keep track of your driving and sleeping time, and be totally DOT compliant very simply by using the same interfaces that you use for everything else. So, the net benefit is easy to use, a consistent interface, everything layers on top of everything else, so you can be as simple or as exotic as you want by having the same consistent look and feel. And no software required on your computer except for a browser.
Great.
And can the carrier sell this? Well, if the customer can understand it, the carrier can sell it. It's that simple. And that's what we really work very hard to do. And we say the elegance in our product is in its simplicity, as well as the power, of course, of the software behind it.